Hey everybody, Mike Naso here from IPR with the latest on the tropics, and taking a look out there this evening, we have a brand new depression. This is Tropical Depression 6, and is forecast to become Tropical Storm Felix, maybe even by 11 p.m., and then Hurricane Felix, and continue generally off in this general direction over the next several days. Generally in the same area hit by Hurricane Dean just about 10 days ago. You can see we also have another system up here in the Atlantic that's really not showing all that much sign of organization, but still might do something, as well as a strengthening tropical storm off the Mexican coast. First and foremost, though, is Tropical Depression 6. As of 8 p.m. Eastern, it was at 12.0 north, which, given it looked earlier like the center was down just north of 10, it has been moving pretty steadily west over the last several hours, but the center has started to locate under the deep convection, so it has gained some latitude. 59.3 west, so it continues to move westward. 35-mile-an-hour winds, almost a tropical storm, gusting to 45, is moving again west at 16, so at a good pace, and there's really no reason why it won't continue to move that fast. 1,008 millibars, and you can see it's expected to become a tropical storm by about 11 p.m., maybe 2 a.m., and come through the southern islands, and we have watches and warnings out for St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, and it's going to come through probably at about 40-45 miles an hour, gusting to 50-55, some nasty squalls, and then strengthen tomorrow night, Sunday night, and by Monday evening it should be becoming a hurricane, although as the Hurricane Center notes, this may be a conservative forecast given how warm the waters are, and then continue towards land. Of course, it could be weaker and further to the south and more towards Nicaragua. It could be stronger and further to the north, more towards, say, Jamaica and then western Cuba and the Gulf of Mexico. Where it goes after it gets into the western Caribbean is still highly uncertain at this time. So there's a lot of time to watch it, but still be making your preparations if you're in the western Caribbean. You can see it this evening, certainly bursting. The center is located at 12 north, 59.3, so it's directly under this convective blob. Lots of deep convection, good moist environment it's getting, so there is no reason to assume that this will not continue to strengthen into a storm and then even a hurricane after that. You can see the track guidance is pretty well clustered. It all has it generally moving west, west-northwest over the next several days. Of course, again, it could be further north or further south. We'll see this fluctuate, although the Yucatan does seem like another likely destination. You can see the upper-level environment is very favorable. It's going to have a high pressure continuing to dominate and steer it westward, and that's going to keep it from really gaining any latitude. And you can see the shear's very low out ahead of it, and waters are extremely warm, especially in the western Caribbean, where they're approaching 90 in some areas, and so this could become a significant hurricane. Now, some of the models diverge and indicate that maybe there'll be a weakness up in this region as some troughiness comes down to the Gulf Coast that might allow for Felix, what it will be Felix, to kind of maybe start to bend more in this general direction, but it's just too early to tell at this point. Out to here is where we know it'll probably be well south of Jamaica, but to the north and east of Central America. Out in the eastern Atlantic, a little wave out here not doing much, doesn't look like that's going to do anything. Another wave leaving, the GFS actually has this becoming a significant hurricane impacting the United States in 384 hours. Take that with a grain of salt, but still it looks like that wave could do something. In the eastern Pacific, we have two storms. Henriette, which this is 5 p.m., but it's moved a tad north and more westerly, is forecast to become a hurricane and parallel the coastline. We have watches and warnings out. Winds right now 45 miles an hour. And then Gil out here, winds of 40, is going to weaken and continue to head on out, not doing much. And you can see Gil not looking all that good out here, but Henriette certainly on its way to become a hurricane, potentially a dangerous one as it parallels Mexico. And then out in the West Pac, Typhoon Fetal hasn't strengthened as we thought it would into a Category 4. It's only expected to become a 2, and it may do so, but head towards Japan A little bit slower than before. By Thursday, it should be south of Japan as a Cat 2, and you can see it there, a large spinning cyclone in the middle of a big ocean basin. So I'm Mike Naso from IPR. That's the latest on the tropics. I'll see you next time.